First one that we got in tonight is quite deep, but it is this. Please clarify how we are co-eternal with God when he's the father of our spirits. I know that was something that we discussed earlier on about being co-eternal, but I guess the question is saying, how can we be co-eternal if he's the father of our spirits?
Right.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there is some lack of clarity in official Latter-day Saint teachings about the exact nature of creation and what it means. In Joseph Smith's most important and detailed discourse on the topic, which was the King Follett Discourse given shortly before he died, that was when he indicated that there was not a time when we did not exist, that we are co-eternal. But the term that he most generally referred to as descriptive of our nature in this premortal realm was intelligence, that we existed as intelligence. Now, this is just my best understanding based on pretty thorough investigation and review of all the literature that I can find on this topic in the early church. But the general understanding that emerged was that intelligence is that faculty of agency. It is the core of human identity. It is our intelligence, our agency, our self-awareness, our sentience, that is an eternal thing. And God did not create it, that the universe has always existed, and so have we as intelligences. In the King Follett sermon, Joseph Smith believed that what he did was to adopt us into relation with him, provisional on our agreeing to comply with the terms of the new and everlasting covenant, which is the entirety of the gospel as it would be revealed. And so for him, it was an adoptive relationship that we have to him. Now, upon his death in August of the month after, in August of 1844, Orson Pratt was the first apostle to articulate a slight shift in that understanding, saying that we are actually birthed by heavenly parents from intelligence into spirit being. And that interpretation essentially gained a foothold with Brigham Young and was taught by most of succeeding prophets. So the general understanding today is that we began as an intelligence that is uncreated. Somehow God fashions, organizes, or births that into a spirit body, like the one that we now have.
But then we have a contradiction in the scripture itself, because Joseph Smith says that spirit is matter and cannot be created or made. So you're right. This is a conundrum. Yeah, so it gives the whole idea of, families, and, if you're an adopted member of a family, you're a member of a family.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I think it's one of those ones where we look at and think we've got some foundations for that. We've got the King Follett Discourse. That was something I knew off by heart in my mission some 23 years ago, but since faded away. But we've got some foundational teachings for that. Right. But I think it's our own personal learning, I guess, where we'll come to more conclusions to questions like that. But we appreciate that question as well. Thank you for sending that in.